Will there be Social Security payments in June of 2023 if the debt ceiling is not raised? The answer might surprise you. I'm going to be covering all the details, and we're going to be covering the June calendar payment schedule as well. So if you're somebody on SSI, SSDI, retirement, any of these fixed income benefits from the government, you're going to want to watch this video all the way through. And also, please do not fall victim to the latest scam. There is a scam message email going out claiming that Social Security numbers will be deactivated after being linked to criminal activity. We're hearing a lot of people are reporting on this. I'm going to make sure that you know the latest, so you do not fall victim. I don't want any of the Ram fam to fall victim of any Social Security scams. It's absolutely disgusting that this happens, and to those who are relying on these benefits. And also stick around to the end, because we're also going to be covering the latest on Social Security reform, as Bill Cassidy, he is taking to the streets of DC in a Social Security reform push. And I know a lot of people want to see that proposal come to fruition, the Social Security Expansion Act, which would give an extra $2,400 per year or $200 per month to all Social Security recipients. So let's go ahead and get you caught up on the latest, all the details of what's coming out. But before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, smash the like button. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. And if you want to join the membership, just hit the join button. You'll be able to get exclusive access to me, direct information as we go live very soon in an upcoming weekend. So that way you can get all the information that you need. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first up, link in the description below to this article that just came out earlier this week that says, will there be Social Security payments in June of 2023 if the debt ceiling is not raised? And I know this is a big question on a lot of people's minds that collect Social Security, because we are hearing that the standoff, neither side is really budging. We have not come to a resolution, and we're hoping that there will be some form of an agreement. But if there is not, we're hearing that this will disrupt everything. White House Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has warned of the catastrophe that will unfold for our economy if there is not an agreement reached, and Social Security has been brought up quite a bit. Let's see here. Social Security beneficiaries could see delays in their monthly payments in the near future if the government does not resolve the debt ceiling standoff. The economy of the United States could be facing a crisis very soon if the White House and Congress fail to agree on raising the debt ceiling. The ceiling refers to the limit of money that the federal government can borrow. While the Biden administration seeks to increase funding, lawmakers, mostly Republicans, refuse to do so unless there is spending cuts. The last time the ceiling was raised was December of 2021, increasing the total budget to $31.4 trillion. Now, according to the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, the country's government would no longer be able to pay its financial responsibilities as of June 1st, 2023, and would therefore face a default. Such an occurrence would affect monthly checks for Social Security, Medicare, and payments to veterans and government workers, including military personnel. Several non-essential government agencies would temporarily close, leaving millions of people unemployed. And this out from the president on the 10th. If we default on our debt, the middle class would hurt. 8 million jobs lost. Social Security Medicare payments could be halted or delayed. Retirement accounts would be hit. Costs would go up. It's time to end the gamesmanship and get to work. America pays its bills. Now, will there be Social Security payments in June of 2023 if the debt ceiling is not raised? Taking into account the effect of the debt ceiling on insurance payments, many beneficiaries have begun to question whether they will receive their monthly checks in relation to next June. If the ceiling doesn't go up, the checks may be delayed, though the disruption will depend on how long it takes legislators to come to an agreement. However, consider that the Treasury sends insurance payments a month late. That means that the checks that you receive in June actually covers May benefits. That said, Forbes analysts note that the payments to be sent to beneficiaries in June will most likely continue to come out. So if they don't reach an agreement this month in May, you still should be on track to get your June payment. Though, if the ceiling hasn't been raised by the end of June, Treasury may not have the staff available to send payments for July. So your June payment would go out in July. If they don't have this resolved in June, then the July payments may be delayed. And very quickly, here's the Social Security June payment dates for you, so that way you can know exactly when your benefits are going to be coming in. Here is the Social Security payment schedule for the month of June. June 1st, SSI recipients will receive payments. June 2nd, recipients who began receiving payments before May of 1997 will be paid. June 14th, beneficiaries with a date of birth between the 1st and the 10th will receive their benefits. June 21st, beneficiaries with a date of birth between June 11th and 20th will receive their benefits. June 28th, beneficiaries with a date of birth between the 21st and the 31st will receive their benefits. And June 30th, you will get a second SSI payment due to the payment calendar schedule. Now, there's a new scam coming out around Social Security. I want to make sure that all of my community is aware of this. Scam message claims that Social Security numbers will be deactivated after being linked to criminal activity. This just coming out. If you rely on Social Security to help you with your monthly expenses, any threat to your benefits can be pretty scary. Over the last few weeks, News 8 on your side has heard from a growing number of viewers who are being targeted by that threat again. A viewer named Jean forwarded an email that she received claiming that Social Security suspicious activity alerts. The message said that her Social Security number would be deactivated in the next 24 hours. And they're saying that my Social Security number has been used, and there's a case open now against me about 3 different counts in the state of Texas, and listed the illegal things that supposedly my Social Security number is attached to, she said. The first warning sign of a scam is misspelling of the word suspicious in the heading of the message. Another tip-off that the email isn't legitimate is that it's addressed to Dear Valued Member instead of Jean's full name. So if there's generalities, that's another sign, along with misspellings. And again, this kind of threat is scary. That's what the scammer is trying to do here. Scare you into responding to their message. Do not take the bait. Your Social Security number can't be deactivated or suspended. If there really is a problem related to your Social Security number, you're going to receive a letter, and the Social Security Administration will know your full name and address. So keep an eye out for letters, emails, and things of that sort. Please use caution, disregard them. Now, a lot of people want to see Social Security reform. We've heard that 2023 was going to be the year of Social Security, as we are not far away from insolvency issues with Social Security. We're hearing by the year 2032, 2034, around there, it is very likely that if they do not resolve and reform Social Security, that beneficiaries across the board will have benefits cut by about 20 to 25%, which means that if you collect $1,000 per month from Social Security, you would suddenly get a check for about $750, $800. And when you said, hey, what happened? They're simply going to say, sorry, this is happening to everybody because we don't have enough to supply 100% of the benefits you're supposed to receive. Now, this article says Senator Bill Cassidy, he released the first of a multi-part video series highlighting Social Security's dire financial outlook on Monday of this week, featuring him taking to the streets for man-to-man style interviews in which he prescribes some solutions and knocked 2024 hopefuls for shying away from reform. The video comes as many Republicans are backing away from entitlement reform, such as former President Donald Trump. Social Security is going insolvent in 9 years. When that happens, benefits are going to be cut by 24% for all current and future beneficiaries, Cassidy said. We have a big idea to save Social Security, and I am presenting it to these fellow Americans to see how they like it. And like I've covered this in detail before, it essentially is going to be another fund that they want to invest in the economy, and as things increase, they want to use it to help solve the solvency issue. That big idea Cassidy referred to is the establishment of a separate fund to strengthen Social Security via private investments. We would take some dollars, not Social Security money, set up a fund separate from Social Security, and we invest that fund into the U.S. economy. And as the money grows, we use it in order to help Social Security become solid, Cassidy explains in his video. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that that is a good idea? Also, what about the unfulfilled promises of an additional $200 per month to all recipients? Well, that one is fulfilled in the Social Security Expansion Act, which has been by far one of the most popular proposals that we have seen. However, it does not necessarily solve the issue of solvency for Social Security. Now, this has been presented by Senator Bernie Sanders, and included in there is modification to taxation. However, it does not align with some of the things that President Joe Biden has said, which is why We've just seen it sitting for quite some time. Now, I've been checking, haven't seen any specific updates on it. However, if there are, I will be sure to let you guys know here on the channel. So we will see if President Joe Biden keeps good on those promises of members of Congress step up and reform Social Security, and we're able to keep payments flowing into July, as they're saying if there is not the debt ceiling crisis resolved in June, July payments will be delayed. Now, we will see. I will keep you guys up to date every single step of the way. Now, in addition to that, we received word that this week, President Joe Biden received a letter from members of Congress telling him he needs to invoke the 14th Amendment to bypass Congress to avoid a debt ceiling default. Now, to get the latest on that, be sure to check out this video right here as I cover it in detail, as they're saying we are dangerously close to a potential default which would be catastrophic for our economy and for people on fixed benefits like Social Security. Now, we will see. Like I said, I'll keep you up to date every step of the way so you know what's going on. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.